Welcome back to another month of lit shakes. Halloween! Like those Disney Channel commercial things. This is the Halloween edition. Here I am with Kat Von D.
This is Gwen Stefani. I'm just a girl in the world.
How do they dance? I'm like, I feel
like that.
You know, whatever. So this month we decided to go a little bit different and go for like a more creepy-ish, suspenseful-ish, you know. Fuck, I don't know. There's romance in it. We wouldn't pick it otherwise.
Yes.
There's romance.
Yes.
There's the darker side of romance.
Dun dun dun.
Like very dark.
Yeah.
But
dark.
it is romance nonetheless.
Yes.
So we will discuss accordingly. But disclaimer, it leans more on like the suspense thriller-ish kind of.
But it's
genre.
got like sexy moments if you need it.
Extremely sexy moments. This is Colleen Hoover we're talking about.
Yeah.
So this month we read Verity by Colleen Hoover. Very good.
Very good.
Very easy to read. Very quick to get through.
Finish it in 2 days because you can't help but you want to keep turning the page, finding out. You know, like you just one of those. You just swallow it up.
Exactly. Literally, you just swallow the book and you know what happens. Halloween. So in this book, we have Lowen. She is an author, not a very successful author. But what happens is her publisher contacts her because they're like, oh, there's this author that went through an accident and we need someone to finish her series. Like there's like 3 books left that they have to write, but she's not able to write them, so we need to hire like a ghostwriter, basically, kind of, or like a co-author. Verity is the author of the successful series. It's like this like antagonistic series with like really evil characters.
I would say,
like
is it fantasy? I feel like I was maybe fantasy.
I don't know. I just know that like they're really bad characters and like it's like very antagonistic or something like that. But in the meeting, she meets Verity's husband, and then they agree upon some sort of deal, and she's like, okay, I'll go ahead and write the rest of the books. But she needs to go over, like the previous books, see if she has any outlines. So he's like, well, come up to our house so that way you can get any information you need and you can start writing the books, right?
Yes.
It was only supposed to be for like 2 days. Yeah. But then what happens is Lowen actually ends up getting evicted from her apartment. Yes. So Jeremy, which is the husband, he's like, hey, just stay here until you're able to move into a new apartment. Yeah. That's going to be like a couple weeks.
He's like, wait for that advance, it's coming. In the meantime, do your research, find everything you need. I'd rather you have all the information you need before you leave than to have to be like, I need more 411. So he's like, take advantage of the time here and stay.
Mi casa, su casa.
Pretty much, yes.
That's what he's saying.
Exactly like
so that. She takes advantage of that. And then, but on top of that, so she finds out that Verity is actually more injured than what was said to her in the publisher's meeting. Like, she's completely like, she cannot move. Yeah, she cannot move. She's like, her brain hasn't gotten all the functions from like a car crash that she was in.
The car accident was so bad that she was actually put in a coma, and when she woke up from that, she was never the same kind of thing.
Exactly, yes. And what happens is this is a family that's been like gone through tragedy after tragedy after tragedy. So this house and this family, it's already kind of like,
cursed.
It's cursed, basically. It feels like it's cursed. They live out by a lake in like the middle of nowhere in Vermont. So you're already, just picture every horror movie you've ever watched.
It's Vermont, and there's woods, and there's a lake. Nothing good can come from that.
All you need is a murderer to come out or something like that. So yeah, so it's already like creepy. And then you already start off, and then he has, okay. Verity and Jeremy had 3 kids. Why am I holding 4 fingers?
Sometimes we can be a little off count, but you still get it, right?
3. They had 3 kids. And 2 of them died within the past like 2 years or so. Something
very
like that.
recent deaths.
Yeah,
and they were twins.
They were twins. Recent deaths. We find out as the story progresses what happened to them. And then the only one that's left is Crew, and he's like what, 5 or something
He's
like that, like
he's
5 or 6.
Boy.
Yeah, he's a baby basically. But he's kind of creepy because
he's very creepy.
Things happen in the house. So while she's working on the outline and working on the books and getting research, she comes upon a manuscript.
Yes.
And it's a memoir written by Verity about Verity's life.
Yeah, she says, this memoir you're about to read is gonna make you hate me. And she's like, that's what memoirs should be. You should hate the author of a memoir because I'm gonna be brutally honest. She gives like a little disclaimer.
Like, okay, no.
And so she's kind of like,
what's so bad about this?
Yeah.
Okay. So out of curiosity, Lowen wants to read it because she's like, maybe let me get into her head so that way I can write from her perspective. But as she keeps reading the book, the manuscript, she realizes how evil, how twisted, how cunning, how manipulative Verity actually is. Like, all the things that happened to her and her family were almost her doing. Like, so you start to find out bits and pieces about her, and meanwhile that Lowen is living in there, she starts to feel like not everything is as it seems, and maybe Verity is lying about more than just what's happened and just the current situation. And the thing is, Jeremy is like still kind of grieving, still trying to figure stuff out. He's kind of in denial about certain things as well. But then also him and Lowen, you know, a lot of shared space.
They develop a connection.
You
know what happens with men grieving?
Yeah, with grieving people stuck in the same house with a lot of master bedrooms. You know, no one's around. What do you do? And it's not even just that. They had a connection.
They did.
Even before they met at the meeting.
Yeah.
Because they had a chance encounter.
There was like a chemistry there. So you put people in a house with chemistry.
Already.
And you have a wife that's possibly evil in a coma.
like the evil mother or something like
the
that.
evil stepmother in a coma kind of thing. What do you think is going to happen? You know? That chemistry builds.
Exactly. So, like, they're fighting with these emotions at the same time that all these weird things are happening.
And you know Colleen's good for that.
Yes.
Those love triangles.
Oh my
She's
God.
so good for
Horrible. Horrible. Why are you making me go through this?
She makes us go through
Yeah. And it's a very illicit kind of romance, too, because technically he's still married. And again, guys, this is like the dark side of romance.
Yes.
Like on both ends, Lowen and Verity, because you hear about Verity's romance with Jeremy, and then you hear about the budding romance between Lowen and Jeremy, and it's just all dark and illicit.
It's twisted.
You're like, I don't even know who I'm cheering for. Actually, I kind of do know.
Why should I cheer?
But like,
yes, no, and maybe so. I don't know.
Like, all my morals are like, wait, what's happening? There are no morals. I don't know. So I don't want to give too much because it is like a thriller suspense book.
Yes.
So I really feel like you need to go into this book reading not knowing too much about the plot.
Too much.
So that way you can be surprised.
Totally.
Oh, sexy factor.
Ooh, girl.
This book is extremely sexy. Like explicit in its sexiness.
But it's like, because the book is so extreme, the sexy factors need to be extreme to match. Because if not, it would be like too dim and it'd be like, why are you here?
Bland and whatever.
Like, our pinkies touch.
No, explicit scenes.
Yes.
And like very explicit, not not like
they're good though.
But like, yeah, they're good,
girl.
And it's not like it's not like raunchy. It's just very explicit.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe. Like when you're reading it, like it's even suspenseful. Like the sexy scenes are like even suspenseful. I'm like, what's gonna happen next? Yeah, like I don't know. So yeah, and that's with both again. I think I was about to spoil something, so I was like, never mind, let me not say it.
Yeah.
But it's just, it is what it is.
It's there. That's a 5.
It's there, yeah. It's a 5 plus 5. So 10. Plus all the 5s. Masculinity factor.
I don't know, like, because everybody in this book is, like, guilty. So we can't blame the guy.
Yeah, you can't blame really anybody.
You can't. The circumstance is so extreme and so insane and so intense that it's just like, it's nobody's fault, but it's everybody's fault.
It's just a weird situation. Like, what the hell do you do?
Yeah.
Like, and I mean, okay, so Jeremy really is our only guy in this whole book.
He pretty much is.
There's really only like 4 people in this book.
Yeah,
You know, there's not like a bunch.
And
of
it's that intense.
You don't need more people. I'd be like, I can't handle all these emotions right now.
No.
It's too much. So, and the way he's described by both Lowen and Verity, he's like a really good guy. Like, he cares about his children.
Yeah.
He's
good husband.
He's a good husband. He's a great lover. He's just like this well-rounded person.
Yeah.
But he's still a guy.
Yeah.
And he's kind of,
complicit
and like guilty of certain things.
Yeah. He's not innocent.
He's not innocent.
As good of a person as he is, he's just not innocent.
No, he's not. That's why I don't know. He's not like he's the perfect guy in theory.
Yes. But
I think the situations that happen make him into sort of kind of toxic guy.
Yeah, he's the product of the circumstance he's
There
in.
you go. That's what it is. That's what happened. Like, the things happen to him and then he has to react to them in a way.
He's been changed.
I'm not excusing him for anything that happened in the book that I won't say because I don't want to spoil it for you. But he's reacting to things. So I don't even know how to rate him.
No, I don't. Let's not put him on the scale just because
he's cursed. We feel bad for him. I pity you.
He's cursed.
I don't know. And so, movie rating.
Girl, this is TVMA.
Yeah, no, for sure.
This is like
everything.
If you put the details in the manuscript, if you try and film this into a movie, this is like not gonna be allowed.
No, and not just even that, like even the other stuff that happens, like it's kind of scary.
Oh my god.
Like, there's certain scenes where I was like, ugh, this is happening?
It's spooky.
Yeah, I mean, they're in a house in the forest with a lake.
And there's
in Vermont.
Baby monitors involved.
Yeah, and basements, like creepy basements.
No.
Doors that lock.
And no.
Doors always locked.
And just things moving in the corner of your eye, kind of like, no.
That's already creepy, scary. Blah. Yeah, so definitely TVMA.
Yes.
It's way too much for the... Done. Can't watch this at nighttime.
Colleen.
I would be scared.
Colleen.
No, girl. So, takeaways. What kind of lesson can we take from this?
What can we learn from this book?
Don't fall in love with a guy who's married
and his wife is in a coma upstairs
and lives in a creepy house and has a creepy kid.
Don't do it. Just leave.
And everything's creepy.
Say no. I don't care how big this paycheck is. No.
Yeah. Oh, also the book starts off with her having to go through a gate, and I feel like any movie that starts off with having to go through a gate.
Yeah. No.
I was like, no.
No.
Just turn around.
No. Like,
go back
never
home.
mind. I need a refund.
No, thank you. Next. Yeah, I don't know. Do you have any quote that you want to share?
I actually do. This book is just, this quote is from the book, and I feel like it's kind of good at pointing out that we all kind of have a dark side, because even Lowen herself, she decides to do certain things with the wife just upstairs, so like we're not all perfect. So here is a little quote that says, "The things lurking around inside the mind can be just as dangerous as tangible threats."
You know, another thing about that, monster pops out. You know, now that you're saying that, I feel like that quote goes really well in the book, because the book leaves you, without giving any spoilers, it leaves you really considering what was the real threat, because towards the end you really don't know.
You just don't know.
Don't know who or what to believe.
You don't know, so anything lurking dark in the mind is a threat.
Yeah.
And no one is innocent of that.
No, at all. And sometimes, like, the things that you make up in your mind are actually worse than in real life.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna go by aliens! Like what? I don't know. Those things that I think of. So my quote is very short, and I feel like it also kind of
sums up
the book pretty well. And it is, no one is likable from the inside out. Because again, I feel like the things inside...
If you've read this book, you know how this summarizes the book.
The things inside are dirty and dark and grimy and gross.
And extremely...
It's not always unicorns and butterflies.
No.
Sometimes, again, it's like the dark side of love. Sometimes love is obsessive and over the top and very manipulative and not healthy. This is not healthy. Not healthy behavior. Don't think that this is like a good way to go about things.
No.
You know?
No.
It's like an example of how not to find a guy in 10 days. But, you know, there is the dark side of a relationship where it can go south very quickly.
This really showcases that.
Oh, yeah. Really bad.
Here.
Like Carla said, extreme. The extreme relationship.
I mean, it's so well written, Colleen.
I honestly think that this is probably her best book yet.
Yeah, I have to agree.
I think this is like the genre and everything that she needs to go in the direction, because this was phenomenal.
So good. Phenomenal,
honestly. So I do want to say that, like, maybe there might be some trigger warnings for some people. I don't easily get triggered by things. I can, you know, read and sympathize, but still kind of read. But I know some people might be triggered by certain things that happen in the book.
If you have any questions, ask us.
Yeah, let us know what those things might be. Just because I don't want to say it and spoil something. Yeah. But maybe it might not be for everybody. But for the creepy at heart, you might like it. And it is a very good Halloween-y November. Yeah, even November. October, December, the dark months. Yeah. Even though we live in Florida and it's
the months without
bright
sun
right now. But it's good to put you in that, like, mood, that dark mood.
Blanket around because you need safety. Cocoa in case you gotta burn the assaulter.
The demon away. Die, demon! Die! You end up burning yourself. But yes, good read for this fall time.
Yes, 100%.
And then let us know what you think. Yeah, definitely different from everything else that we've picked out.
Yes.
And we will see you next time.